local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
You know, I was pretty happy with that one Gerbils the other night.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good pizza.
Yeah. Fat wallets and empty hearts. Which...
Fat wallets, empty hearts.
It's insane how little musicians get. So, if you're interested in supporting not just me, but any musician that you like, one of the best ways to do that, it sounds old school because it is purchase their music, purchase their merch, you know.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Rat Rod. Hi, this is Mikey P from Skell. Hey, this is Jeff from the Bell Jumpers.
Probably be wrong because he's awesome.
This is Jessica for the band Dimitus. You're listening to Pennsylvania Rock Show.
What's up, everyone? It is Bill, and you are tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 757. Tonight's episode was supposed to feature Paul Cha from Black Ridge. Unfortunately, he's not feeling well, so we're going to have to reschedule that. But I scrambled, and I got you not one, but three guests for tonight, one per segment. With me for segment number one is Jazz Byers of Half Will and Rattleclack. And recently from Antarctica, but currently in Taiwan. So Jazz has all kinds of stories from Antarctica, and I'm hoping he's going to, we're going to limit him to 10 minutes, which first of all is going to be interesting. And second of all, I'm hoping he's going to talk about a little bit about the drumming thing that happened, but I'll let him do some talking.
Yeah. Well, I dressed up for your show.
I see that.
Right. So, yeah, I dressed up. I wanted to make sure that I look good for y'all. So, yeah, I'm actually in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. We had an earthquake last night. So if I look like I didn't sleep much, it was a 6.0. So it was pretty crazy. That building, I was on the 18th floor trying to sleep, and the building was doing this. Needless to say, I didn't sleep much. So, yeah. So, what do we want to talk about? The South Pole, Antarctica, Taiwan, any other countries?
There was a drummer with you.
Yeah, so I ended up.
Jazz, for those of you who don't know, Jazz has a show called Jazz's Rock and Road Show, and he travels all over the world for his job, and then he does his show while he's traveling for Music from 412, and he always finds musicians. So go ahead, now you can go.
Yeah, so yeah, I travel because I do shows all around the world, basically. And so I went to Antarctica last week, and this week I'm in Taiwan. When I was in Antarctica, I wanted to go to the South Pole, so I ended up going to the South Pole twice, which is kind of very unusual because less than 300 people visit the South Pole yearly. So the fact I got to go twice was pretty unbelievable, I guess. But on my second trip there, I had befriended one of the logistic guides, and he took a guitar. And then there was another guy named Aaron who holds the world record for the northernmost drum solo in the world. Let me see. I forget his last name, so give me just a second here. It's like Gins, Aaron Gins, Ginns. So he's been featured in like Drummer Magazine and stuff. Really nice guy. But anyways, he was on the trip too. And he's actually going to be on one of the Antarctica episodes with the South Pole because they took his drum set, a scaled down drum set, to the South Pole. So he did a drum solo. So that's going to be on one of my shows. We've been in contact several times about it. So yeah, you're going to get to see the southernmost world record drum solo. So there you have it.
Jazz is also a multi-instrumentalist, and I won't have him tell you what all he knows how to play because we don't have that kind of time. But
yeah, I play the radio rather well.
What I do believe you told me you played a guitar while you were on the trip.
Yeah. Okay. So I started to tell you that the one logistics operator, took a guitar with us, and because he knew I had a kazoo, so we were kind of jamming together and hanging out. We became really good friends. And when we were down there, I did get to actually play a little bit of a Half Wheel song at the actual ceremonial South Pole. So that's also going to be on the episode. So take that, Metallica. You're not the only band that's played in Antarctica. I say that lovingly. So if you're a Metallica fan, I say it jokingly.
As you rolled your eyes, I saw it. It's on film.
True. So yeah, so I was involved with that. That was really interesting thing. And then I did, I guess, did I set the record for the southernmost song played at the? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, that was that trip, and then now I'm in Taiwan doing my thing.
So, are you recording an episode in Taiwan while you're there?
Yeah, I am. Actually, it starts out with the earthquake because I've kind of been, I'm still wore out from Antarctica, to be honest with you, and I'm 13 hours ahead over here. So my sleep cycle has been messed up. Last night was the first night that I actually started to fall asleep. And then at 12:30, the alarm started to go off, and it was what did it say? It said presidential alert. So I thought it was something about Trump back in the States or something. I honestly didn't know. And let's see what it said. Here's what it said. It said, so there's my dog, right? But that's the warning I got. I don't know if you can read Mandarin Chinese.
Move it to your left a little bit.
Yeah, what says felt earthquake alert. Keep calm and seek cover nearby. So luckily I'm staying at a rather what would the word be? A rather posh hotel on the 18th floor. So that building was doing this, but it was built to do that. So yeah. I felt like I was drunk, but I didn't have the what is it? The overwhelming sense of self-esteem that usually accompanies that feeling. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was quite interesting.
There's a little more panic to go along with it.
There was a little bit more panic. Apparently, I was in an earthquake in Alaska in Anchorage one time, and I don't recall it lasting as long. Apparently, this one lasted for quite a while. I think there were some fatalities, not in this area, but close by. So, yeah. So, I'm going to have probably 3 or 4 episodes of the South Pole on the show, on the Jazz's Rock and Road show. Well, not all the South Pole. I'm sorry, Antarctica, because I was skiing, I was biking, and then, like I said, I did the South Pole twice. I stayed overnight at the South Pole the second time. And then I have an episode from Punta Arenas, Chile, and an episode from Taiwan, and one on the way to China, because I actually went to China before I came here. So I'm trying to expand the Rattleclack label.
Did you find a musician in China?
No, but not in China. So China's an interesting place. If you ever fly to China,
While you pause there for a second, I forgot to mention that we heard a track from the Altered Egos called "Making It the Hard Way," and we heard a new Borstal Boys song called "Never Going Back Again." Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all good. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're ever flying through China, I recommend flying through Hong Kong, because Shanghai is a little bit less westernized, if you will. So I had to get my luggage, because I had to transfer from Delta to China Eastern Airlines. And in order to do that, I had to go out of security, get my bag, and then check it back in. Well, I didn't have a visa. And people that don't leave the United States or their hometown or what have you don't realize that may not sound like a big issue, but I was detained for, an hour and a half while they issued me a temporary 240-hour visa. So with any luck, when I return, I can actually go get my luggage, because I'm going to have to go through the same thing again. So yeah.
So I'm gonna give you one more question, and then I'm gonna let you go. Where are you headed next that we might see on the show?
So let's see. I think I return in about 7 days from Taiwan. I'm going to DC after. I think DC, San Antonio. Further on in the year, Ohio. I'm going not Ohio, Orlando. I'll be in Australia for a couple episodes towards the end of the year, and of course, I'm going to the Yukon to do a sourdough shot.
Without me.
Don't think that's not happening.
Oh, I know it's happening, but I'm not going.
That's happening. So, yeah. And by the way, while I was at the South Pole, I did conduct 2 very scientific experiments. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I did take a compass for one of your students asked what happens if you take a compass to the South Pole.
I knew that one. What was the other one?
Yeah. So the other one was I flushed a toilet while I was at the research station there to see which way the water went. So I'm not going to give you the answer. You got to watch Jazz's Rock and Road Show for the answer.
Okay. I'm going to need you to clip those out for me so I can show them to the kids.
Remind me. I
Okay.
Absolutely will. Sure.
Hey, Jazz, I want to thank you for hanging out with me on segment 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make some business deals now.
We're gonna listen to 2 Blackridge songs since Paul was supposed to be on. We're gonna hear "You'll Never Stop This Machine" and "Sweat." We're also gonna hear the Shady Lady Productions concert calendar, and we'll be back with Tim from Fat Lipp Productions in just a moment. Hey, it's that time of the show where I'm going to give away 2 tickets to a Drusky Entertainment show, courtesy of Drusky Entertainment and music from the 412. This week, we're giving away 2 tickets to the Meteors, Right On Warriors, and Garage League at the Craft House Stage and Grill. If you do not have tickets and do not win them momentarily, you can get them for $13 to $15 by going to DruskyEntertainment.com. I had Leslie, Ken, Matt, Amanda, and Keith sign up this week. The names are on there 3 times. They are already shuffled. So let's find out who is winning those 2 tickets. And we have a first-time winner in Ken Golick. Ken, keep an eye on your email. You'll be receiving an email from me explaining what we ask you to do on social media. And then you'll get a follow-up email from Adam from Drusky Entertainment explaining to you what you have to do to get those tickets from Drusky. If you're just tuning in, we just got done talking to Jazz Byers at Half Wheel about his trip to Antarctica. We're about to talk to Tim Connell from Fat Lipp Productions to find out about his company and a thing he has going on in Butler. Pretty weird tease there. But anyway, in the third segment, we're going to talk to John Lee Michika of First Angel Media about how to support local music. And with that said, we will be right back. Or we'll do it like this. So with me now is Tim from Fat Lipp Productions. What's up, Tim?
Hey, Bill, how are you?
I'm good. So, really weird story. My son is wearing this hoodie now, and it was one of mine, and it actually links back to you in Lindora Fest.
Wow.
Do you remember the Lindora Fest where it rained and you had the blue tarps up and Cage played?
You mean all 3 years when it rained, but I do remember the year the Cage played. Yeah.
Okay. So Kelly and I were at that show. We were there. And we're like, it's so cold. So we went and bought sweatshirts, and my son has been wearing that sweatshirt. And I looked at Kelly and I was like, "Do you know when I got that?" But there, odd side story for you.
Oh, that's crazy.
That was a while ago.
2004 was probably that year, I would say. It was the original Cage lineup, then it was 2004, I think.
And I believe you was it Gabba Gabba Hey? Was that the name of your?
We played there one year as Gabba Gabba Hey, but I had a cover band. We were called Crefacey, and we might have played there a year also. And then we did it for 3 years, and I played there twice. So
I want to say it was the Gabba Gabba Hey for sure.
you would have remembered that for sure.
Yeah. So Fat Lip Productions, why don't you just give us a very very concise version of what you do?
Well, Fat Lip Productions, actually, this is the 20th year that I've been around, and it started out of necessity because I originally started Fat Lip Productions to promote shows. Lindor Fest was one of the big ones we did, and we always needed sound to do smaller shows, so I basically got into the sound business that way. After Lindor Fest, I might have done a couple little shows at the Monroe Hotel with a couple bands, but I basically got into running sound for hire. And that's what I've been doing for the last 18 years, actually, Bill.
And I have seen quite a few of those.
Yeah.
Anyone not familiar with Rock for Life? Tim does a lot of those shows. I'm trying to think where else I've seen you. At the is it Sarver? Not Sarver. Saxonburg. At the
I've been at Saxonburg. I've done a lot of venues. A lot of times when I first started out, I did a lot of work in Pittsburgh. What happened was I bought a gentleman out of business that was a sound company, and I took over his accounts, and I did a lot of work in Pittsburgh. And that kind of fizzled out right before COVID. And as you know, that we lost a lot of bar shows then. So I basically have been doing outdoor shows since then. Through the summer and keeping very busy. And I was fortunate enough to do a lot of Rock for Life shows. It was very, I enjoyed doing those shows. So as you can see with my gray beard, I'm getting older and I'm kind of winding my career down. And I got very lucky to get in at the Penn Theater recently. And things have been going very well there. And hello to my dog. So.
That happens all the time. When I first started doing the show, I had a dog and we did it live in this room. And he used to press the guitar player's pedals every show.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wondered if he would get in the picture. So he's made an appearance.
You also stole my line. I've been using that line about gray beard lately. Although yours is a little more gray than mine.
Yes, mine's a lot of gray. Runs in my family, but I only grow it for the winter time, and thank God today I'm glad I have it because it's awful cold out there.
I shaved. I had a full beard going. I shaved it off last week. My wife was like, "I'm glad you did that, but you're going to be mad next week."
Yeah, it's always a shock when you shave it off. That's for sure.
So what are some? And I'm probably putting you on the spot. Are you doing the booking at the Penn Theater as well?
I'm doing some of the booking. There's sometimes people are bringing other bands in. The boards are bringing some bands in, but a lot of times I'm helping with the booking. I recently got there, and as you know, everything's really new to the people that renovated the Penn Theater, and I've been just helping out with, I'm basically the production manager, and I've been helping with the booking. So, I mean, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. You can check it out on the Penn Theater's Facebook page. And also their website is penntheater.org. You can also check it out there. A lot of exciting things are coming up there.
I know we just played the concert calendar from Shady Lady Productions, and his Southern Fried Rock show is coming up.
Yes. And not this weekend coming up, but February 1st, Saturday at the Penn Theater. And it should be an amazing show.
And Blackridge is playing there soon too, correct?
They're playing the week after, which I think is Saturday, February 8th. The opener is the Ragged Company. They're a local Butler band. They're very good, and we all know who Blackridge is. So I'm looking forward to that show. So, it should be fun.
Very cool. So if anybody wants to hire you for sound or lights, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, right now, they could reach out to me on my Facebook as Fat Lip Productions, Fat Lip Productions, or they could call me at 724-712-9042, and we could talk to them. But right now, I'm I'm exclusive at the Penn right now. I am doing some shows on the side that I can provide when I can also cover at the Penn. I have people that work for me down there, and things are, I mean, there's opportunity, but right now I've kind of stepped away from doing that stuff, Bill, to take on this because we're very busy. We're booking Friday, Saturday. Our February calendar is full. So, I mean, right now that's taken all my time is down there. So right now I've kind of stepped away from the booking of the shows like I've done before, but I still do a few here or there that I can pull off, like smaller shows. But as far as like outdoor 2-day shows and stuff like that this summer, it's on a as per basis. I would have to check my schedule and things like that. So
Okay. Well, I owe you a full show. Thank you for helping me cover it tonight at the last minute.
Yep, no problem.
And I'm going to go ahead and head into our next block of music. We're going to hear, one song, Faded and Jaded song, I Don't Know. And when we come back, I will be with John Alimachika of First Angel Media. And that's what we're going to do now. Hey, we are back for segment number 3. You just heard Faded and Jaded, I Don't Know. With me now is John Alimachika from First Angel Media. John, the chat is working and nobody is using it.
Oh,
it's
my goodness.
Just me.
All that work we put into it.
I know.
We're
So,
going to have to get more people on there.
well, like, every week I sign off and there's a bazillion comments on one of the videos and I couldn't see them. Now I can see them and nobody's chatting.
Of course. Of course.
I am trying to remember what I sent to you. Let's see. Oh, yes.
So,
Perspective on
supposedly, we are
supporting.
talking-
Yeah.
Yes. And I am still supporting local music. I'm still supporting music everywhere. I'm doing it in a slightly different way now. I'm happy. The last guest was talking about like how busy they are. But unfortunately there have been so many shutdowns of so many venues in the Pittsburgh area that it's kind of hard to do as many show postings and everything. And luckily there's now so many more people out there to help push the scene. You know, obviously you've always been there. Then there's music from the 412. I'm seeing Everett talking about, he was with anxiety at best. He does the Rhett Abnormal zine, and he's with Music Roundtable. And there's still a lot of people who are pushing the music scene. So what I'm doing is giving more of a voice to the scene. Anyone who needs to use my platform to push their stuff, I'm open to. But I myself am concentrating on more of the artists in general in the area and outside of it. People who are podcasters, who are musicians. We've all got a story to tell. And while we often do that with our art, I am trying harder to talk about the life experiences, the mental health aspects. I did recently have Jazz on there to talk about what it was like to be in a frozen desert.
And that's why I knew I could talk to him about drumming in the South Pole, because he's talking about it on your show.
Right. And I have a lot of people. I would invite anybody who feels that they have a story to tell to reach out to First Angel or to me personally.
The show is
Let's get you
called
signed up. This is me. And you can find it on its own playlist on the First Angel Media YouTube channel under
also
podcasts.
find it at firstangelmedia.com.
You can. You absolutely can. And it's going more in a mental health aspect, more in a behind the scenes look into life, into normality, into how people have gone through aspects and come out the other side. One of my upcoming guests will actually be Will from Liars Pacifist podcast. Sorry about that. I will be having Silhouette Death coming. I have Josh, the lead vocalist of God Hates Unicorns, coming on. I'm in talks with a few other people to come on as well.
Josh and God Hates Unicorns are going to be on this show on the 10th, I believe. I have to go back and look. We just verified tonight. And then Storms Within is going to be here on the 17th. They have a new album coming out.
Nice.
So why do you, and this is, I get asked this question sometimes, but not maybe word it this way, but why do you think it's important to amplify local musicians?
To be, okay, so there is a rawness, a realness to local music. There is something about discovering someone and the energy of a live show and then getting to meet them afterwards. It's one of my most favorite parts is getting to meet this real person, this person who, maybe they're working at a mill or they're working at, who knows, a Giant Eagle, whatever. And you watch them become something bigger than an everyday individual. And it is this beautiful glimpse into what we are capable of. It is beautiful to see somebody wrapped up in their art, to see what is created by it. And music is often so soul filling. And if you get somebody on a lower level, and I mean, listen, I listen to national bands, but they have been perfected to a point that you lose the rawness, you lose the realness of what you're going to find in these people that are actually touchable. They're actually right there in the world with you.
One other question, and really this is funny. I typed, those of you that aren't familiar with the show, this literally came together in the last half hour. Because yes. I got a late message saying that Paul wasn't feeling well. So if you were here to see us talk to Paul, I will be rescheduling Paul. We will get him on. But I typed in Chat GPT, which is AI for those of you that aren't familiar. And I basically gave it a general idea. And it told me that Jono was going to come on and talk about supporting independent artists and the importance of amplifying local talent. That's why I said amplifying. And then it also said that she was going to talk about media collaborations. So that's where we are now. I said, hey, this sounds good.
I think that media collaborations, it's funny. I actually like it. Chat boxes, AIs, they all have a lot of stuff about me. And I'm like, and it's accurate.
I know, it's
I'm
scary.
like, okay, I like this. But it's a little freaky, but it's accurate. But I think that media collaborations and collaborations in general, but especially I love to let people know, it's one of the reasons I have him on, is Liars Pacifist. And another one is Beyond the Breakdown podcast. And they are not local to the Pittsburgh music scene, but they
North,
have
North,
worked with
South
people.
Carolina, one of the Carolinas, right?
Something like that, I believe so. And they are in different areas, but these guys are incredible music lovers, and they're very down to earth. They are very real people, real individuals, and I love talking to them. I'm hoping to have now both of the co-hosts from Beyond the Breakdown, JT and April, on an upcoming show. I'd love to make it around Valentine's Day, so I'm going to have to talk to them about that. But I love to share with other people the people that I love to watch. I want to amplify the voices of real individuals. I know that this is, kind of the big talk of the town right now. The TikTok shutdown. One thing that came of that was you had influencers who had not reached beyond TikTok. Who, like, we're talking health influencers, life influencers, who straight up were like, well, it's my last TikTok, so I'm going to tell you now, like, I never lost weight going to the gym. I don't go to the gym. I made these up. I actually lost 60 pounds on gastric bypass. So yeah, it's all been a lie. Other people that are like, this isn't even my house. And they're like showing you like they're in a home looking studio. And like all of these people who just put it out there, like everything you see, everything I've been feeding you is a lie. And I kind of like that because, number one, don't believe everything you see on social media. This is a part of the "this is me" character,
including including being told that things are being shut down and won't come back,
including being told that, because apparently it only takes 12 hours and we're fine.
Yeah,
it's IT had it right. It was only a problem for the world until they shut it off and then turned it back on again, and then it fixed everything.
They had to restart their servers. They must have Windows servers.
Exactly. And another thing, though, is that it gives those people who were following real humans, real people, it gives them the chance to share those people who have been out there and being genuine human beings from the beginning. And you don't have to be perfect to be genuine.
So I'm going to cut you short only because I'm looking at the time.
Absolutely.
And I squeezed 3 people in one show.
I know, this is incredible.
How, if someone is a creative and wants to come on This Is Me, how can they get a hold of you?
They can either message the First Angel Media page. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. I've kind of taken it off of X and everything because they're more monetized platforms. Reach out to me. I have a creator profile. It's open. Reach out to me. You'll probably go to my messages, but that's perfectly fine. I do check my spam messages and everything else to see who's writing. Let me know what your story is. I give all of my people that come onto my show the option of, do you want to just talk about life, or do you have something specific about your life that you want to talk about? And let's collaborate. Let's get your stuff on there. And the only thing I'm looking for is people who want to tell their stories, who want to talk about the struggles they've been through.
Hey, this is like a 10-second answer. Best pizza you've had because you've been working with musicians.
Oh my gosh, I cannot remember where Dakota took me. Oh no. I think it's out somewhere near Turtle Creek, and it was square pizza, and it was really good. It was really good. Somebody will know where that was, but honestly, it still stands out all these years later.
So if you know where Dakota from DI Records and Jonna went to eat,
yeah,
let us know.
It was off the highway. It was off the highway. I want to say it was out by Turtle Creek, but he said this is going to be like the best pizza you'll never. And he was not wrong. He was not wrong.
So someone comment and let us know where Jonna and Dakota were.
There we go. There we go. Because it was square pizza, people. It was great.
Next week on the Pennsylvania Rock Show, look at me completely blanking now that I brought it up. Wow, why can't I think who it is? That's terrible.
I don't know.
Terrible.
Okay, well you have Josh from God Hates Unicorns on the 10th.
Right.
So
that I remember. It's terrible. It's Robbie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and you even sent me it was a very good photo. It was a very good ad for it.
Robbie from Endeavor After, Great White Snake, Mimic, and the return of Zilch for one night. It's their
He's in everything.
20 or 25th year anniversary. I can't remember. It's a big anniversary. They're having a reunion. All the former members of Zilch are going to be there. So make sure you tune in and find out about that. And you have plenty of time to buy tickets. I believe the show is in May. But with that said, we're going to slide off into the evening. We're going to listen to one more track from the Eds. The song is called No Snow. It's not actually about not having snow. It's about wanting snow. Anyway, I don't really want snow. And it was snowing. And I was like, oh, no snow. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, this doesn't really apply, but I don't want any snow. That's why it's being played.
We don't want snow. It's cold. I'm wearing warm clothing indoors. It's so cold out.
Hey, Joanna and Tim, and Jazz, who aren't here anymore. I want to thank all of them for hanging out tonight. Those of you that were in the different social media, I want to thank you. Charlie, I'm sorry, but I got Facebook working, but not until after you've already left. So if you hear this, I'll find out your answer. And with that said, we're going to head off and listen to that song, No Snow by the Eds.